tactical advantage.
Attacking. Enemy fire. Defensive countermeasures advised.
Oh, dude, the arc's so good. So, I'm bored, and I've been meaning to get this platinum for a while, but I always just kind of put it off. I always only needed like 5 or so trophies, and you know, I didn't want to bore everyone by doing like a hunt for the platinum series or anything, because obviously 1, this is a dead channel, and 2, I'm boring as fuck as it is, so, you know, didn't want to. Oh, didn't shut up.
Oh, there's a missile. Oh, we're down now. Oh, rest in peace.
But yeah, so today I ground out the, there was a couple of story platinums and I'd already completed the story. I don't know if I did it on stream. Oh, I crash. I might have, I might not have. Can't remember. But basically, I just need 1 trophy. And I'm 5 kills away, I guess. I need to eliminate 5 more hero ships as a starfighter, like an actual fighter, so the fighter class, which I am playing. It's now 34 because I've been absolutely grinding out this platinum. I started 2 days ago playing Starfighter Assault again. Learned you could aim down sights, which was not a thing I knew you could do, so I'd been playing this game for about a year and a half, maybe 2 years. Playing Starfighter Assault on and off, not even knowing I could aim down sights, which is an absolute madness. So yeah, but what I need to do is get 5 more kills as a fighter class on hero starfighters, but I need actual kills. Assists don't count, and if they crash and I get the assist off them, it also doesn't count, so it has to be outright kills on starfighters. Today I started and I needed 9. I only need 5, and I thought, you know what, everyone's in quarantine, we're all a bit bored, we've all got fuck all to do, everyone's sleeping patterns, you know, waking up at midday and going to sleep at 4 AM, if you're anything like me, that is, you know. So for those that are up, those that are bored, just gonna play some Starfighter Assault. It's gonna be, I love playing it. I don't know if it's interesting to watch, probably not. It's quite repetitive to watch, but you know, no 2 games are the same, no 2 kills are the same. You know, it's always exciting. I think it's quite tense. You'll get lobbies where either everyone's A, going for kills, or B, playing the objective. So if we're getting ones where everyone wants to kill the heroes, I was in one of those last game, I didn't even get a single, oh, I crashed now. Didn't even get a single kill, I guess is the word I'm looking for. But you know, I plan on getting a couple this game. You know, I'm gonna get at least 1. I aim for 1 a game, so we shouldn't be on for too long, an hour, maybe 2. Well, half an hour, maybe an hour. You know, 2 hours is if I start playing shit. Don't plan on. It's gonna be a quick stream. It's gonna be a short stream, but it also helps me document getting the platinum that only, I think it's 0.3% of people own. I have 2 platinums. So I've got my Spider-Man PS4 platinum, which I'm very proud of. I got that within the first 4 days of the game releasing. I was trying to be one of the first people to platinum it, and I got it within 4 days, 4 or 5 days of the game coming out. And yeah, I'm proud of that one. I think I was part of 0.1 or 0.2% of people when the platinum dropped. I'm now part of like 5% of people It's a very easy platinum to get. I knew it was an easy platinum to get, and I think it was my first, I think it was my first platinum, I'm not sure. It's either that, it's tied, it was around the same time I got my Siege platinum. Okay, don't know what I did to earn a level up. But, what else? I have the Rainbow Six Siege platinum, which was a grind. I got it before they changed it, and I, like, you know, they removed 2 trophies, and I didn't have the platinum anymore, and I was fuming, so I had to re-grind for a platinum, which was quite annoying. There was a couple of T-Hunt ones, play 100 defense games, get 1,000 wall, get like 250 wallbang kills or something, and then like get 2,500 terrorist kills. And I got the wallbang one, and I got the 2,500 one didn't cap because I was using some Siege Strat Tracker while I was playing it, and it told me I had like 3,700 terrorist kills, but it didn't count. So it must have had to be T-Hunt specific, not any of the ones from the story or the practice things. So I had to ground that one out as well. So I have that platinum, and then they did it. It was there like equip 50 skins and like, you know, add an attachment to every gun in the game or something. And I regained the platinum then. So, you know, got that platinum twice, but it only counts as one. So I have 2 platinums to date, and this will be my 3rd if I manage to get it tonight. And it will be my 3rd because, you know, I had a couple of story ones to do that I didn't realise I hadn't done. There's 1, there we are boys, 4 left. And, you know, I originally had like 5 or 6 platinums I didn't have. I had
I have no love for either side.
had to get 25 kill streaks as Interceptor, get 50 dual proton torpedo kills as the bomber class, and then I had this one, Starfighter Assault, and then I had shock 3 enemies in a single drone attack, get 5 kills in 1 use of the barrage. Oh, I die now. Get 5 kills in a single use of the barrage. Stealth take down a scout trooper, and there was another one. Oh, and take down 8 or 9 ships in the Battle of Jakku. It was called TIE Fighter versus X-Wing. And then I had this one, which is the final one, and that's what we're doing. So instead of rambling on, we'll talk about the game. I think this game is phenomenal. Because we're talking about Siege in sort of the same conversation, if we're talking greatest video game comebacks, you can't talk greatest video game comebacks without mentioning this game. This game came back from such a controversy because EA are greedy, money-wanting bastards. I do love EA. I love EA games. I play a lot of EA games. I think EA are, you know, when you name biggest publishers in the world of games or developers or, you know, father companies that give people money to make video games or buy companies like DICE, etc. You know, EA are always... There we are, there's 2, 3 more. You know, EA are always one of the companies you think about. So I love their games. I've been playing their games since I was a Liam. You know, little Liam was playing EA games. Adult Liam's played EA games. This is probably the best EA game out at the minute, bar none. But if we're talking greatest video games comebacks, everyone says Siege because that game was dead and no one liked that game, and, you know, it was broken and buggy, and it's still broken and buggy. I mean, that game still doesn't work. I go back every couple of months to, you know, try out maybe a new Siege, you know, I'll let 2 seasons stack up and I'll go back and see what's going on. I am officially retired from that game, I no longer play it. As much as I love that game, again, I have the platinum in that game, and a platinum for me, I know I keep interjecting myself and switching myself, but I'll get to my point in a bit. Just give me a second. To get a platinum for me, I need to, A, absolutely adore the game, and the platinum can't be too difficult. You know, I'm not one of those that's going to play a story, like for Heavy Rain, what the platinum means you've got to get all 16 endings in a game. It's a 40-50 hour game. I'm not fucking, you know, playing 40 hours 16 times. Not a chance. I'm not spending 400 hours with a story game. I mean, I know there's a different ending every time, and the story plays out differently each 16 times, but how differently? You know, so that's like an example of a platinum I wouldn't go for. And the Treat Become Human, you're going to get like all 32 million endings as well, and I absolutely adore to Treat Become Human. That's why I looked at the trophy list, you know. So they're like two examples of platinums I wouldn't get, but it can't be too much of a grind. Now this is an absolute grind, but this is an online multiplayer game, you know, and I adore it. So yeah, fuck it, I'll get the kills you want. I'll get the 5,000 kills in multiplayer. I'll get the 10 million Starfighter kills and all that bollocks. I'll do it, you know. But one game I really wanted to platinum, but after completing the story, no story spoilers for God of War, by the way. If you've not bought that game, I highly recommend it. And if this is a live stream and not a video, like, you know, a pre-recorded video, I'm not gonna, you know, give any spoilers because you can't skip ahead. If you've not played God of War, which I highly, highly recommend, if you have a PlayStation 4, you play. And obviously, oh, is this the third in the game? It is a third in the game. 2 more, boys. 2 more, baby. But, you know, oh, 2 more, and we've got the platinum, baby. Oh, I'm so excited. But, you know, if you don't own a PlayStation, I highly recommend you at least watch a playthrough. It's not the same as playing the game, but the story is phenomenal, and the game itself is just incredible. The gameplay's, it was a breath of fresh air. So it has been 2 years since I played a single-player story-based game. The last single-player story-based game I played was Spider-Man PS4, and then recently I've started getting back into single-player games. I do have a backlog bigger than my will to die, so it's going to take me forever, but a couple of games on this backlog before I keep rambling on and forget my original point, which was platinums. There's like Skyrim on there, there's the original Resi, so Resident Evil, there's finishing the Treat Become Human, because I never finished it, so finishing that game, that's one. You know, I've played God of War. Playing Dark Souls for the first time, never played a Dark Souls game, and I want to play some of those. Shadow of War, you know, replaying a few games. Playing Uncharted for the first time, I started that today. No, there's loads of single-player games I want to play, and a couple of them seem platinumable, but, you know, so some more examples for games I want platinum. So obviously you've got games that require you to play it on different difficulties and that, but some of them are nice, and if you play it on like the hardest difficulty, they'll give you the platinum. They'll give you the trophies for the other difficulties, which is good. It makes it a lot easier. It means for people like me that don't want to play the same game 4 or 5 times because it loses effect, we still get to enjoy a nice, you know, we still get to enjoy the game. Yeah, it's going to be difficult, but, you know, if I have to play the game on, you're going to die 6 trillion times before you even complete level 1 difficulty, I'll do it, you know. I love a challenge in video games. I always play story-based games on the hardest difficulty going in. It's not like a flex, and I'm not one of those people that says you have to do that, but I think a game being challenging is part of the fun. I used to hate a challenge, and I'd always play it on, like, you know, normal or hard, but these days, like, started Uncharted, and I put it on crushing for my first playthrough. I've been told the Uncharted series is one of the hardest single-player experiences you can get, and that crushing is, like, almost impossible to complete, so I'm quite hyped for that. I'm quite excited to, because Uncharted, for those that are on PlayStation, I know those that aren't, obviously this is another PlayStation exclusive I'm about to talk about, because I'm talking about Uncharted, which is a PlayStation exclusive. Uncharted 4 is the PlayStation AAA title for this month, April, coming up, which is good. I've never played an Uncharted game, and this month, I think it's this month that we're in now, what month are we in, March, they gave Uncharted collection, so 1 to 3 for free, and now they're giving us 4, so the entire Uncharted series for free is quite good. There's another game, I think it's Colin McRae Dirt Rally 2.0 or something like that, it's the second game. But, you know, if I have to complete it on every difficulty, I can't really be arsed. Like I've played through Spider-Man 2 times, played the story twice, and the story both times was amazing. The story both times, again, no spoilers. It's only been out for 2 years, so you know, like I got a war and that's been out for 2 years. I just played it, so I'm not going to spoil it. You know, but that game was phenomenal, so good. I played it twice. I played it on New Game Plus, which is Ultimate difficulty, which is the hardest difficulty you can get in the game. Played it on that. Got the 2 New Game Plus trophies, and I've never played the second 2 DLCs. And I think Spider-Man PS4 I'd consider it my favourite game of all time. It is just a phenomenal experience. If you've never played it, I seriously recommend you go and play it. You go and have some fun with it. It's a good laugh. It's really fun. The game is phenomenal. I'm not going to do the cliche and say it makes you feel like Spider-Man, but it is. Some people say Spider-Man 2 is the greatest Spider-Man game of all time. I'd personally say on PlayStation 2 era, I preferred Ultimate Spider-Man over Spider-Man 2. Although Tobey Maguire is my favourite Spider-Man and everyone thinks I'm wrong. Well, not everyone, but a lot of people like Tom Holland these days, and he is very good. But, you know, that is the greatest Spider-Man game we'll ever get. It's absolutely phenomenal. I highly recommend. Again, I know it's a PlayStation exclusive, and I know a lot of my viewer base are Xbox people. So I know this is me talking about a game you can't get, but again, I highly recommend watching a playthrough. If you want me to, I'll do a playthrough. Play that game for a 3rd time. I love Marvel Spider-Man on PS4. I think, everyone rage quit. I think it is probably the greatest single player experience and probably the greatest PlayStation exclusive. But I platinumed that, and that required, you know, a grind. And you know, you didn't have to do it on the hardest difficulty, but you had to grind it out. And this game I've had to grind up for the platinum, so that's not too bad. And then Siege was an absolute grind for the platinum. But you know, if I love a game enough, I'll throw away all my rules for my love of the game. But the reason I didn't platinum God of War, which was my original point, is after you've completed the story, yes, the world is gorgeous and expansive and massive, but I'd already explored it. I explore games as I play them. I'm not one of those linear, you know, point A to point B players, but I like that to be a set story. My main issue with Skyrim at the minute, because again, this is my first ever playthrough of Skyrim. I've never played it before now. This is a dead server, for fuck's sake. My issue with it is that you find the story, you make the story. And that was always my issue. I like a game like Marvel Spider-Man where there is a nice open world for me to go explore if I want to. Go have fun in, go have a laugh in. But, you know, I want the story to be you go to here and you do this, and then I'm going to send you to here, but the story's going to activate there. Whereas in Skyrim, a lot of what I've been getting is, you know, travel to Whiterun, get to Whiterun, go to a dungeon, which luckily enough I got lost and managed to, you know, fucking get the, Dragonstone or some bollocks you wanted. So I managed to already get that. Accidentally, because I got lost and spent 3 hours trying to find Whiterun. That is an embarrassing story, but I'll give it years. So, you know, it's just not a straight path I can follow, and I don't mind it. I am enjoying my time with it. It's not like I don't like playing Skyrim. I really do like playing Skyrim. I think it's a fun experience. I've never played it. The game is dated, but I can't blame the game for that. That's my fault for missing out on probably what everyone calls, like, you know, the greatest fantasy RPG of all time. So that's my fault, and I understand that. But God of War, the only reason it is, like, once you've explored the world, it's very repetitive getting to platinum. It's not just your normal grind. I only need like 5 trophies to platinum that game, by the way. I just couldn't bring myself to finish it. I had to take a break, and the next time I get the itch to play God of War, I'll finish the platinum. But you know, you've got to defeat the Valkyries, which is difficult. Like, each one of those. So the Valkyries are. These aren't spoilers, by the way. Like, this is base knowledge. So the Valkyries are like these mini bosses you find. I'm not going to tell you how you find them or why you find them, but you come across them when exploring the world. And these are the hardest bosses in the games. You know, even harder than the storyline bosses. The little, like, you know, free roam bosses you can find while walking about. Again, no spoilers, but the Valkyries are the hardest, right? And you have to defeat a certain amount of them. And once you've defeated a certain amount of them, you trigger a boss fight with the hardest Valkyrie, right? And I'm no spoilers as to, you know, what the Valkyries are about or why you're doing what you're doing, but, you know, you've got to do that. And that, I was really excited to do that. That's fun to me. I love difficult bosses. But I had to go around the map and kill 51 fucking ravens, and I just could not bring myself to walk around the map. Because you've got to travel to this point and find this raven, this in this room.
Can't seem to shake this one.
And you know, I already had like 30 ravens or something, but then you have to travel to two different realms, or 3 different realms, or however many different realms you've got to travel to, and kill ravens there. And I could not be fucked. I even went about, you know, got the armors that they wanted me to. There are a couple of specific armors the game wants you to build to get the trophy. Dead easy to like get the components for, but you know, it's just you've got to stop what you're doing and travel to this place. And once you've travelled to this place, you travel to this place, and then you travel to this place, and then you go to this place, and then you travel to this place. And you know, you've got to like get certain criteria, and you're not guaranteed it to drop when you go to the place you go. So you might have to find a different one which is on the other side of the map. And traversing the map, while beautiful, and especially the stories that are told in the canoe and the conversations that I had in canoe really make like, you know, not fast travelling worth it. But, you know, before you unlock fast travelling in that game, which you get, I think it's either for completing the game, I think it's for completing the game, you get to the fast travelling. You had to canoe everywhere. So for people like me that are enjoying exploring, and you know, I look through the trophy list before I play through a game, and there are things in PlayStation called hidden trophies. So they're the ones I won't talk about, because hidden trophies are ones that are hidden for the reason of it would, like, you know, ruin the storyline, or it has something to do with the story. So I'll steer away from talking about those. The Valkyrie one is an open one, that's why I spoke about it. You know, these are like the optional trophies, and you go and you know, I made the Traveller armor, I made the Ancient armor, and I did all that. I did like loads of the slog ones, and you know, I upgraded the axe, and I upgraded fucking Atreus, and I did everything. I just could not bring myself to walk around the map for 5 hours and kill ravens. That's the kind, like, you know, even in like Marvel Spider-Man, I went around the map and I collected the backpacks.
Only one left.
You know, but the map told me where the backpacks were. You know, and travelling in Spider-Man is so much fun, but in God of War it's a slow-paced game, and the pacing, by the way, isn't bad, but when you're not travelling to a story point, or, you know, I'm not guaranteed to find what I want to get, it's just my lack of will and perseverance, really. It's got nothing to do with the game being bad, but like, I just couldn't bring myself to platinum that game. So that game will get platinumed at some point, but that's when I get the itch again to play some more God of War. You know, right now I'm all God of War'd out, because once you complete the story in that game, oh my day, it's a heavy game. It's a heavy story. You finish the game feeling drained. And after completing the story, I went to bed, and I tried to pick the game back up tomorrow, but playing it, I just felt so drained from that game. So it could be because I was burnt out from the game, because I just completed the story. It might not be that I didn't want to do the ravens, but that's what it felt like. You know, I was walking around getting these ravens, and I've got like 15 of them, but I just couldn't be asked anymore. I just felt like it, you know, it felt like I couldn't be asked doing it, so I installed. There are other games I've been close to platinuming, like FIFA 18 almost got platinums, but then it required loads of online shit, and finding people worse than me at FIFA is a challenge. You know, how many people worse than me at that game? What else have we got? There have been loads of contenders over the year of games I was going to platinum, but just haven't. So I do have a backlog of games I could platinum, but again, I have to really be in love with the game. Just because the trophies are easy to get doesn't mean I want the platinum. Like God of War, I do want the platinum in, and I know I want the platinum in. But it's just going around and fucking getting all them Ravens, dude. It's just, it is a grind. But the Valkyries and that I want to fight, so I will go back because I want to figure out. Like I don't know what goes on with the Valkyries. I've only fought 2 or 3 of them. But you know, I have to fight Valkyries to get a couple of Ravens, and the Valkyries are difficult. And I was all God of War out, so that will be my 4th platinum. I feel the father and son platinum. That'll probably be the next one I get after this one. I can stream that, but again, you know, it's like after the story I'm doing it. So, and it's just having to travel back to those other 2 realms. Like one of the realms I don't mind so much. We're not going to give any spoilers, so I can't mention the realm because it's quite late on in the story you go there, and I can't mention the first realm because it's again, it's not pivotal to the story, but you know, it's a big part of the story traveling there. But the enemies you fight in the first, you know, the latter one I've just mentioned, are fucking annoying, man. Oh my god, are they annoying. Absolute cunts. 0 out of 10. I give them 0 out of 10. Absolute fucking wet wipes. Oh my god. What? You know, you expect an enemy to fight you, but these ones, they fly away and they like shoot at you, and then they fly away and they shoot at you. And there's a man that's got an axe in his hand. Really difficult to hit something that's A, flying away from you, and B, hitting. And they don't only shoot you, but they shoot you with flashbangs. I don't think you understand, chat. They shoot you with flashbangs, and oh my god, did they piss me off. So, when I found out I had to go back to Alfheim, because I'd only gotten like 3 out of 11 Ravens there. Ah shit, just mentioned the name. Oh well. I was trying to keep it spoiler free, but if that's spoiled it for you, just the name of a place, then my bad. Do apologise. Just slipped out. But yeah, now that I've said the place, I'm going to mention the enemy. So again, beware spoilers for God of War. It's 2018 PS4. The fucking Dark Elves are cunts, man. Oh my god, they just shoot you with flashbangs. So when I found out I had to go back to Alfheim to get the Ravens and that, and like I'd only gotten 2 out of 11 or something, that is when my platinum went out the window. You know, not just having to grind the Ravens, but having to go back there, man. Some people don't struggle with it, but I really struggled against that enemy. I hate enemies that are always, you know, flying away from you and they're just giving you constant shit and they're flashbanging you. And then they kill you in like 2 hits when they do finally get into melee combat with you. And you can't parry what you can't see. And oh, what absolute bellend AI they are. It looks like we're not getting a Starfighter kill as well this game. I mean, we got 3 last game, so I can't really ask for much more. It's like taking a couple of games off me. I only need 2 more. So, I don't know where Kylo Ren just went. But it looks like we're not killing him. Oh, getting shot. What other games do I want to plan? I'd have to look through my trophy list. I'll do that in a bit. I'll look through my trophy list and we'll have a conversation about the platinum. Oh, I'm going to crash. Yeah. But I destroyed it. So it's a win-win situation. Yes, and again, this is going to be a bit boring, a bit monotonous. That's why I'm going to try and keep constant conversation. I do want the platinum for Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, but that requires multiple playthroughs of the story, and a story and a game, and especially single-player story-based games, really lose a lot of their pizzazz, I guess, or, you know, their magic. Probably would have been a better way to go other than pizzazz. They really do lose a lot of the magic, and the storytelling's not as good the 2nd or 3rd time round. And that's a game that requires numerous playthroughs, so I'm waiting to go back. The game is brilliant. The game is amazing. Again, one of the best games to come out last year. I think it was my game of the year last year. Really, really contends. And had I played God of War, by the way, like as I said, Marvel's Spider-Man was my game of 2018. Absolutely, 100%. There's no contest. That game is absolutely phenomenal. But had I played God of War that year, it would have been a close 2nd or joint 1st, because again, God of War is phenomenal. If you love Norse, the Norse religion, you know, heathenism, paganism, or you love just Norse mythology, if it's a mythos to you and not a religion, that's fine. Oh, we lost. Oh, we won. Pro. Highly recommend checking out that game. The way they combine the two mythologies together. It's absolutely phenomenal. But I really want to platinum Star Wars Fallen Order. I want to platinum Shadow of Mordor. I was quite close to platinum that one, but after I completed the game, a lot of it was just run around and collect this, and run around and collect that, and run around and collect this, and collect 1,000 herbs, you know, kill 10 billion orcs, or Uruk-hai, or Goblin, and I know before, if anyone's a Tolkien fan like I am fully aware that goblins and orcs are the same thing. And Uruk-hai are the only ones that are different, I'm aware. But, you know, it's go and slay 10 million of them, and then it's fill out the codex, kill 1,000 seagulls, kill 1,000 bats. Find a bat is the difficult thing. I tried for ages to find a bat, me. Ugh, could not find a bat. You know, I want to play Skyrim. I've read through the trophy lists for Skyrim, and it seems really easy. I think there's like 20 trophies, and a lot of them seem dead easy. So I could get the platinum for Skyrim. It's probably going to be time consuming because there's ones that say like join this covenant and join that covenant and join this clan and that clan. So that sounds like it could be a bit of a drag. But I need to play Skyrim for that to happen. I keep playing that game off, and I know I shouldn't. I'm in isolation now, as everyone else should be, stay indoors. But, you know. got loads of games on my backlog. Gotta try and play the Uncharted series. I'm gonna try and play Resident Evil. Gonna try and play... Is my mic on? It is. Imagine I was talking for like an hour with no audio. That would have been embarrassing. Gonna play Uncharted 4 as well, when that comes out. Yeah, just mind the blue screen. Every time I go to the PlayStation Home menu to check something, it'll just give you a little blue screen. Yeah, there's a few games I want to platinum, like God of War is, again, absolutely there. And if I was allowed to buy Tetris Effect, then I'd definitely get the platinum in that one. Don't ask, by the way, chat, why he's not asking anything. He's not even talking to me. But yeah, don't ask why I'm not allowed to play Tetris Effect. Fuck it, I'll tell you. Basically, every time I play Tetris, it takes over my life for months. I crash. No, I don't. What a pro. It takes over my life for months on end. I spent 4 months of my 3rd year of college doing nothing but playing Tetris all day. I would wake up, play a game of Tetris. As I was walking to college, I'd be playing a game of Tetris. As I was in class, I'd listen to like the brief we'd get for the assignment, and then I'd write a couple of notes down about it, and then I'd start playing Tetris all day, and I'd play Tetris for about 6-7 hours a day. So, yeah. And then every time someone reminds me that Tetris Effect exists on PlayStation, I just get this overwhelming urge to buy it. So I had to ask my mates to make sure I don't buy it. So, you know, I tell them every time that I'm going to buy Tetris Effect, and they talk me out of it. Like, there is a ban on me buying it. I'm not allowed to do it. And I know I'm not allowed to do it, so if I bought it, that'd be it. I wouldn't play anything else. No one would see me again. I wouldn't play multiplayer games anymore. I would just play Tetris. It would be Tetris or bust. And I know this, they know this, but every time I like see gameplay of the Tetris Effect and shit, I just get this overwhelming urge to play it, dude. And I'm not allowed. My friends have put a ban on me getting it. My family, you know, it's an absolute no for me. Oh, I die. Absolute no for me getting it. Yeah, no, I know there was someone else in chat. I can see numbers in that. But, you know, I'd definitely platinum that game. I'd platinum that game inside a day. I love Tetris so much. I might download it on my phone again, just so I can get my, you know, my yearly fix. But, yeah, I uninstalled all social media to play Tetris. that was interesting. Living life with just texts and calls. But I didn't tell anyone I uninstalled social media. It was just a heat of the moment thing. I saw that Tetris on phone had added, you know, like a new game mode or something, but they really ruined the phone version of Tetris. Really bad. But yeah, I'll still play it. I'll still install it yearly. It's made by EA because EA owned the game rights to Tetris, or did own the game rights to Tetris, one or the other. But yeah, so might stream some Sky. I know I've not streamed in months, guys, but the channel got dead. You know, I went from getting 30, 40 views a stream, which isn't a lot, but it meant a lot to me. You know, because it means a lot to me. No, it doesn't. You know, but streams are a lot more fun to do if I have people to talk to. You know, otherwise I'm sat here playing video games on my own, which I can do in silence with music instead of just in silence with no music. You know, I can't even have game music on when I'm streaming because otherwise I get copyright struck and the video gets taken down and I get a strike against the channel, which is unfair. It's the reason I never completed Spider-Man PS4 on PlayStation, but they've since added the option to remove music from that game, so I could stream that game. But yeah, you know, like right now, Duel of the Fates could be playing, or Battle of Heroes could be playing. You know, this game plays the John Williams score while you play the game, but I'm not allowed to listen to it because I stream. You know, like I'm streaming right now. So, I need to be tracking down heroes, don't I? What am I doing? Who on the leaderboard? Bio, Risk, Karim, Django, Rancid, Bathwater, and a couple of others. Noted. So yeah, I do plan on streaming more during isolation because we're all isolated, you know. And all I do is play video games all day, so I may as well just stream it, you know. Maybe I won't start my Skyrim playthrough again. Actually, I got lost for like 7 hours, and I now own a horse. And I don't know if I like stole enough money, and if money's hard to come by or not. But yeah, don't fancy starting again. The game's very slow to get into. I'm still not really into it, but I'm trying really hard to get into that game. So there's that. I'm gonna play Dark Souls for the first time, so I might stream that. But is anyone really interested in Dark Souls? I've got Dark Souls and Dark Souls 3. Don't know if I've got Dark Souls 2. Again, they're not mine. I borrowed them from my little brother. My little brother adores the Dark Souls series, whereas I've just never played it. You know, I like difficult games, but it just never piqued my interest, you know? And games have to pique my interest. I'm not interested in the game, I'm not going to play it, you know? Hence why I never got God of War, and then it's become one of my favourite games of all time. One of my favourite games of PlayStation. Not the greatest PlayStation exclusive. Again, that's Spider-Man PS4. But, yeah, there are loads of games I want to platinum, but one, I've got to love the game. Like, if I don't end up getting into Skyrim, although that platinum's easy as piss, I'm not going to grind for it. You know, it sounds like it's a grind. Go join this coven. Go join that coven. Get married. Become a prostitute. You know, all this bollocks. And I can't be arsed with doing that. So, you know, if I don't end up falling in love with the game.
A non-calamari battle cruiser has jumped out of hyperspace.
I just won't end up platinum it. Same with if I do go back to God of War and I just don't feel the urge to, you know, get that platinum. Because there is a new game plus for God of War, which is good. I do love a good new game plus, you know, you get to start the game again, but you get to keep all your shit. Oh, that bot lagged really hard. Or am I? No, I'm fine. Oh, there's a hero. Hero located. Let's get some hero kills and get this platinum so everyone can go to bed at a reasonable time tonight. Oh, it's only 7 minutes past midnight. It's not too late, is it? And breathe. But yeah, this has been a platinum I've wanted for ages, but it was the Starfighter Assault one that really stopped me getting it. You know, because I didn't used to enjoy Starfighter Assault, but since I've been playing it again with a mate, really gotten back into, really gotten into Starfighter Assault. So Oh, the audio mix in this game is awesome.
Shields
By the way, I
restored.
hope you can hear me
Protect
alright.
those power clamps.
Otherwise I'm talking for ages for no reason.
You're clear. They're gone.
Yeah. Come on!
Hey, bandit!
Oh, bastard's got a kill assist. I think he killed himself. God, first person is so bad in this game. Oh, I'm second on my team, so apparently I'm doing really well while chatting shit. Yeah, I've just got such an extensive backlog of games. Like, it's what do I play? And PlayStation give me 2 free games every month. Sometimes 3. Sometimes 4. It's like... God, you stupid cunt. Guess which do I play? You know? And, again, I spend more time these days playing multiplayer games with my mates than I do playing single-player games. Like, there's the For Honor Platinum I could get, because I really enjoy For Honor, and, I don't plan on playing it forever. It is a brilliant multiplayer game, one of the better it's the only game of its type, really. You are definitely a hero. No way you've taken that many blasts.
Glory to the Empire. Shields online.
Yeah, you're definitely Luke.
Defend those power clamps.
You don't get to live.
Point me at whatever you need, Coop.
I find it hard to believe.
Yes! Hero? Yes, one more, ladies and gents. And we have platinum. Then we'll just play another game mode or something for an hour or so. Knew that was a hero. He took way too many shots. I knew I should have killed him.
Get out of there.
I know.
They've disabled our shields.
But yeah, this has been my main platinum. This has been the platinum I've been lusting after for months. I love this game with every inch of my being. I love Star Wars with every inch of my soul.
The Star Destroyer's reactor is on the brink of failure. Now is the time.
But just listen to the screech of the TIE Fighter. There's just no other sound like it. Or the X-Wings, or...
We have faced a considerable setback this day.
There's no feeling better than, you know, leaderboarding in this game. There's no feeling better than, you know, coming first. Coming in this screen, there's me 4th. That feels good. I'm proud that I got 4th. I love it. Love this game so much. I love Heroes vs Villains. I love Galactic Assault. I love Capital Supremacy. I love the Clone Wars. The Clone Wars is in this, so obviously I'm going to play. This game is honestly such a passion for me. It is my favourite multiplayer game, and if you've got like this game, just go through the trophy list and see what I've had to go through to get here. This is the hardest trophy, other than the platinum. I think it's 0.4% of people, or 0.5% of people have this trophy, which is get 25 hero fighters as a fighter. And the trophy is only owned by 0.3% of gamers, or 0.4% of gamers. And for the PlayStation trophies, it also takes into account the data from Xbox, and it takes into account the data from people who have it on the PC, like who's got every single achievement. Only 0.something% of people on all consoles have this thing. And platinum trophies on PlayStation are the rarest. They are the most difficult. Games don't make it easy to get, like, you know, platinum trophies. I don't know what you'd call it on Xbox, because you don't have trophies on Xbox. So normally when I speak about trophies, like right now, there'll be a lot of my viewer base are Xbox players. So a lot of you right now might be thinking, what the fuck's he on about? Why is he going on about having such a passion? But I have to love a game to do it, and this game has been when I read the trophy list, and it wasn't that difficult. It was, you know, I enjoyed the multiplayer, so I ended up, before I'd even read the trophy list, I'd ended up going for this platinum without realising it. You know, just from playing it. You know, get 250 sentry kills as a heavy, get 5,000 player kills. In multiplayer, get one class to purple, reach level 50 as assault, heavy, and blah blah. Get like 500 kills, unlock every weapon as every class. You know, max level the infiltrator, max level your fucking jetpack trooper and shit. So a lot of it just comes from, you know, win a game of every game mode. It just comes from playing the game. And then there's a lot of campaign trophies, and there's a lot of specific campaign trophies. So minor spoilers for the campaign, but you know, the 5 I've done today I've already spoken about. But you know, I'm not even going to spoil it, because I really enjoyed the story to this game. I thought the campaign was awesome. And there's a DLC that you get for free. But to get back to my original statement, don't think Liam forgot by rambling on. No, there is a point to my rambles. If we're ever going to talk about games that had the greatest comeback ever, and you mention Siege, you absolutely cannot forget Battlefront 2. This is the single greatest multiplayer game and single greatest multiplayer experience I have ever had. And as a Star Wars fan, this is just phenomenal. You could kidnap me with this game. Honestly, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. This is the single greatest multiplayer experience there is at the minute. This is the single greatest Star Wars game that has multiplayer. You know, Knights of the Old Republic is a classic. Battlefront 2 is a classic. And if you disagree with me and you prefer Battlefront 2 on PlayStation 2, that's fine. I love that game as well. That was my childhood game. I spent more time on that game as a Wian than I did any other game. You know? Like, that is my game. I still have a copy of that for the original Xbox. I've got a copy of that for the original PS2. You know, I owned that on both consoles when I was a kid. You know, I loved that game. But as an adult, and as someone that loves multiplayer games, and as someone that loves Star Wars games, you literally cannot get better than this. Like, if you want to play as a Jedi and you want a story-rich experience, then a close second, or maybe even the story's better than this game. Yeah. The gameplay, yeah, I guess it's a Metroidvania Souls-like style sort of game. You know, it's definitely a Metroidvania. You know, and it's got like a Sekiro / Dark Souls-y type combat system. The Fallen Order? Did I Fallen Order? Yeah, Fallen Order. You know, and it is great. It is absolutely phenomenal. It's a brilliant game. Shame there was no DLC for it, but you know, for a story Star Wars game, Fallen Order is the best. But for a multiplayer experience, for the greatest multiplayer Star Wars game of all time, I came first on my team, like a pro. This game, from launch, was doing so bad, and all because EA wanted to just rob everyone's money. But in the end, this has become, and again I'll say it for you, and you can think I'm chatting shit, I don't care, the single greatest multiplayer experience there is on console. You can enjoy COD, which I enjoy COD, I love COD, I play COD more than this game, I play Battlefield more than this game. I play both COD and Battlefield, you know. What else is on my PlayStation? I play For Honor more than I play this game. But every time I play this game, I have so much fun. So much fun. I never have a bad day playing this game. I never have a bad time playing this game. I never feel like I've been, you know, fucked over playing this game. I never feel like I'm doing bad playing this game, because this game was made for one thing and one thing only. And DICE wanted to make a fun. Oh, and we get the Ark. Oh my god, it's my favourite ship in this game. Oh, it's my favourite ship in this game. Oh, it's my favourite ship in this game. I mean, Bomber's my favourite class in this game. And Fighter was always a lower rank than Bomber. But because I had to do this, get hero ship kills, I've just been grinding out Ark. Well, Fighter accidentally. I will go back to Bomber after. I'll have a game as Bomber, see how it feels. Or if it's been ruined for me. And then, 6v5, it's a bit shit. But yeah, this is the pinnacle. You have ground combat, you have first or third person combat, you have a hero game mode. If you are a Star Wars fan, this is an absolute must have in your gaming collection. I know people that have been put off from this game. Oh, just look at the interior as well. Oh, it's so gorgeous. I know people that have been put off from this game because of, you know, what happened originally. You know, the controversy surrounding its release because EA wanted, you know, you just can't fly first person in this game. I mean, I've got a mate who flies only in first person, but I can't do it. You know, it's just, it's a must-have game. If you like multiplayer games, you like having fun, you like having a laugh, you want a game that is built around, you know, having fun. This game isn't about your KD. This game isn't about winning. This game is about just playing and having fun. And the community reflects that. I've been playing this game for, as I've said, 1.5, maybe 2 years. And I've never received a toxic message off someone. You know, there's no voice chat. Because obviously some of the game modes are too big. But it's an absolutely belting game. Absolutely phenomenal. And that's why I've platinumed it. There are other multiplayer games I've played that I could platinum. You know, I did it with Siege. But this is easily the greatest game, greatest multiplayer game at the minute. Constant updates, good servers, which is a rare. If you've played Modern Warfare since Warzone came out, the servers have been shit recently. Piranha servers right now are awful. You know, so getting good servers in a game, I've never lagged out once. I've never been disconnected from a server once. You know, servers die because people leave. Yeah, but I've never been booted. I don't lag in this game. Oh, it's just great. If you haven't played this game yet and you're watching this stream and you take anything away from it, and you know, you don't want Spider-Man, well, and you're not on PS4 and you don't want Spider-Man or God of War, if you are on PS4, get Spider-Man or God of War, and this maybe? Question mark? How much money you got? But, you know, if you're looking for a cheap game, I'd say Spider-Man's still full price. I don't think it's become a PlayStation Essential just yet. PlayStation Essentials are a series of games on PlayStation. This is for the PS4 people. They all cost $15.99 each. So God of War, $15.99. Uncharted 4, $15.99. Uncharted the Nathan Drake Collection, $15.99. Any PlayStation exclusive like Ratchet & Clank, or not Ratchet & Clank. Is it Ratchet & Clank? Can't remember. Or is it Jackson Dexter? Whichever one's the PlayStation exclusive. Spyro, Crash Bandicoot. You know, any of the PlayStation exclusives. Oh, whoa. Where was your circle going, dude? You know, after a couple of years they become a PlayStation Essential and $15.99. Even some that aren't, you know, like PlayStation exclusive, get put on PlayStation Essential. So it's well worth checking out the PlayStation Essential list on PlayStation. It's where I got God of War from. It cost me 15 quid. I got well more than 15 quid worth out of that game. What else is there? Yeah, but if you're not on PlayStation, you take anything away from this video, this is the game. This is the game you get. This is it right here. I mean, just look at how this game's 3 years old. And just look at how gorgeous it looks. It looks stunning. Such a pretty game. Like, just look at it. God, I could gush over this game for hours. This is, right now, my favourite game to play. I always forget you can look backwards. That's why you've not seen me do it once. But, yeah, no, I absolutely recommend this game to everyone. If you want a games recommendation video, I'll record me face and everything. I'll give you a game recommendation video. Or like just record me TV or something. Go through me playlist. So many games I can recommend to you. Oh. But this is the pinnacle right here. If you want a game that is nostalgia filled, but you know, current gen, has supported multiplayer, this is the way, guys. This is the way. Absolutely the way. Play this game. Play it now. Stop watching the stream. Go play some Battlefront 2. You need to. You have to. It's an order. Just need one hero ship. But I can't find Kylo anymore. You know, I've been trying for ages to get all my mates to play this game, but some of them just refuse because of the controversy and stuff like that. And oh, this could be the platinum right here, boys. No, just an assist. It's my fault. I lost sight of him. Yeah, this is you can even if you're not a Star Wars fan, I've recommended people pick up this game. Don't have to be a Star Wars fan to enjoy Star Wars. I know that's mad, and I know a lot of people would flame me for saying that, but you absolutely do not have to be a Star Wars fan to enjoy Star Wars. You can come in at any level. You can just play the video games. You can just watch the films. You can just read the comics. You know, there are the diehards out there. You know, I adore Star Wars. I love Star Wars. I love the lore. I love the expanded universe. It doesn't exist anymore because Disney are a bunch of cunts. But you know, I adore Star Wars. I mean, again, I love the sequels. I think the sequels are great. So I'm not saying Disney can't make good Star Wars films. That's not what I'm saying. You know, there are parts of the sequels that really annoyed me and really angered me, and I didn't enjoy. But the Star Wars films, I'm getting new Star Wars films, you know? That's what I'm happy about. A new season of the Clone Wars. Disney to thank for that. They greenlit it. You know, they paid the money. You know, the only thing I wish they'd kept is I wish they'd just gone through the expanded universe and decided what to keep and what not to keep, instead of just saying it doesn't count if it's not on film. But then all of a sudden, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is a canon. That's canon. You know, we're allowed that. We're allowed that to be canon, but we're not allowed, you know, backstories and the padding that made Star Wars great to a lot of people. Such as myself, and I know Jay is a massive Star Wars lore fan. I spend a lot of my time just watching lore videos on Star Wars, or theories on how this could do this, or why that's like that, or, you know, Rey just pulling a kyber crystal out of her ass. That annoyed me. Oh, that bit did annoy me, I'll be honest. But this isn't a Star Wars politics video, which, by the way, if you're watching and you're not a Star Wars fan, there's absolutely a thing. People who watch Star Wars can be... Oh, another kill assist. God damn it. Just give me a hero. I need one.
Their bombers are damaging our forces.
Oh, I
Stop
died.
them.
Oh, but yeah, dude. Disney should have just kept some of the lore. Just some of it. Just a little bit. Oh, just a slice. But I got rid of it all.
1 point.
But yeah, dudes, get this game. Absolutely. Oh.
Hey, kid. May the force be with you. They should have known better.
In a market that is so heavily saturated as the first-person shooter genre, you know, I just call it these days the shoot the cool gun series, because that is what it's just become. You know, there aren't many games that feel good 1,000 plays later. You know, I'm already bored of Modern Warfare. I'm already bored of Battlefield 5. I don't want to play them anymore. But I always want to play Battlefront 2. The only reason I ever have it uninstalled on my console is because it's over 100 gigabytes. It is a big game. Is that it? No, just to play it. Thought that was Kylo then. Wait, that's illegal. Just gonna cut the engines and wait for him to reappear. There he is. Yeah, it's greatest game ever, this. But again, it's subjective, so you know, you might hate this game if you pick it up. But I don't know how people couldn't like this game. I don't. I think this game is just phenomenal. This is the Keanu Reeves of video games.
We have to stop those bombers! Enemy torpedo locked on!
Oh my god. I just want to kill a singular hero so I can get the platinum. At 7 minutes past, we needed a singular hero fighter kill, and I'm yet to get one. Top of my team though. Not by much anymore. I'm too busy talking instead of fighting, so let's fight. Let's just play. Which is why I'm not a popular streamer. I'll just ramble on about the same shit for hours. This is why I think streaming's hard. Because you have to be interested. Interesting.
What's with the reward if being around and spending it?
What? Did I crash? And if so, how? I'm gonna watch this back. Yeah, no, I absolutely didn't crash. What a gay game. Oh, me one.
That's what those clankers get for
And I
underestimating
came second.
troopers.
If I wasn't flying about waiting for all these fucking hero ships to appear, I'd be doing so much better. But I just need a singular hero kill. So, as I said, once I get it, I only need one. We'll play a proper game. We'll try. Need a sip of water. Been talking for an hour without hydration.
This cloning facility will fall.
Why don't you play the Hero Starfighter? Because everyone, I tried, that was the original way I was going to grind this trophy out. Oh my god, just move fucking one person to the enemy team game. This is why servers die. See, someone's already left. Because they don't want to wait about. It's a joke. Now 2 players are needed. Just swap 2 players over. It is... Okay, one more person needs to leave then. There we are, now we can play. Where was I? Yeah, Hero Starfighter. The reason I don't play Hero Starfighter, everyone leaves, and everyone rage quits, so the game stops. It pauses the game. You can be mid-flight, mid-combat, whatever. The game stops and waits for the teams to become even, so either someone has to join or someone has to leave. And that happens every round, and you've got to play 3 rounds. Sometimes, you know, you've got to play 5 rounds, and it happens every round because someone will just leave. And yeah, that's why, because everyone just leaves. And you can't play because you spend more time waiting for someone to join than you do playing the game. Because rounds typically last a minute to a minute and a half. The most effective strat for me would have been, which is what I did, and I'll admit it, it was scummy and it ruined some people's like games, I'm aware. I'd go out, get a kill, and then nosedive into the first building. You know, I'd go out and I'd get my kill as hero to hero, and then I'd nosedive, and then I'd spend the rest of the game as a fighter trying to fly about and kill someone. But people just rage quit all the time, or just left games, and it's just the game was just being gay about it. So you know, it's clearly not a popular. This is a popular game mode, whereas Hero Starfighter clearly no one plays because it would take forever for someone to join, and yeah, it just so annoying. Absolutely, it just got to the point where I was getting angry waiting. Like, I don't rage at the game, no, that has to get shut down. You know, this isn't a KD oriented game, it's a game to have fun in. If you're not having fun, you're not playing it right. You know, but everyone just leaves. Everyone just leaves all the time. Don't know what it's like on Xbox, but oh god, it's awful. Why am I currently the only one playing Objective? But yeah, that's the only reason. But because I thought of that, that was the first. That was the first thing I thought of. I was there like, I'll just play this. You know, I was there, oh, if I do that, you know, because if I take one out, there's 3 left, and then I'll crash, and if I crash, I then play a fighter, and all I've got to do is get like 1 or 2 kills a game or something, and then it'll fly dead quick. But everyone was just leaving, dude, and oh my god, so gay, so annoying. Okay, I could have been done with this challenge so long ago if everyone just stayed in the game. What I don't get is why they didn't just program like an AI bot or something to play as a Hero Starfighter. Like, the bots can play as every kind of ship but heroes. And there's no co-op for this game mode, because I'm going to ground that out as well. But no, I do like the new co-op game modes, and this game's definitely in the right direction. But, you know, there are certain game modes that aren't played as much. But some of my favourite game modes, like Extraction, you can no longer just play Extraction, you've got to play Extraction and Strike, and I don't like playing Strike, so I won't play that game mode anymore, just for that reason. I mean, if I wanted to play Strike, I'd just play Galactic Assault. But, by the way, if you keep seeing it via me to the left or something, it's because this controller's broken, and I've had to come back to this one because my other controller headset port broke. To the point where I can't use it with her headset. So, oh, I really hate that voice actor. He just doesn't sound anything like Adam Driver. But yeah, I can't remember what I was saying. But yeah, that's why you'll just see every now and then I'll just start doing this, or it looks like I'm just like out of nowhere just going like that. Well, like that. It's quite light, but it's very annoying. Really throws my aim off. But that controller's fucked, and I like playing with a headset. I went from having never played with a headset until I think the first time I was 16. And I've never played with one, and now if I'm not playing with a headset, I just can't play. It just doesn't feel right. I mean, obviously single player games, sometimes I'll play, but games like this. Oh, I'm gonna be a pro.
Whee!
Someone play a fucking hero, man. What you all doing? Marcus, dude, where you at? I'm calling you out, Marcus. Fight me. Fight me, bro. I was gonna say, if that's Marcus. Yeah, so I just need to... Ow. They're really the only two game modes. I mean, the poster child of this game... Oh, there it is, veering me off. I'm not even touching the controller. Yeah, the poster child game mode, Galactic Assault, is now under the More tab. It's not the poster child anymore, you know? Capital Supremacy is the poster child of this game. So, that was interesting to see, the transition. Capital Supremacy is very fun, and if I could only play as the clones ever, I would. Which I kinda get the option to with Capital Supremacy, so... Now, I'm no genius, but I can tell you for a fact that this X-Wing's a hero. Because the X-Wings didn't exist in this time frame. But yeah, what a fall for grace. Fall from grace for Galactic Assault. Such a good game mode. Don't know. Which one do you mean? I think they're around the same time. I think Capital Supremacy is a little longer, but well, no, actually, I think Capital Supremacy is dead short now. I think they've ruined Capital Supremacy really, because it used to be a tug of war. That used to quite be, you know, you'd go onto the ship and you'd get pushed back onto the ground, and then they'd go onto your ship, you'd push them back, and then they'd go onto your ship again, and you'd just push them back barely. And then, you know, you'd beat them the next time, you'd go into their ship and they'd push you back, and then you'd go into their ship and they'd push you back again, and then they'd go into your ship for a final time, but you'd manage to just get it by like a ticket or two, and then, you know, you'd manage to just beat them by like half a ticket, and then you'd be on their ship and you'd blow it up. It was great, and the game felt great, and I liked the long games, and I liked that sort of play style. I liked the push the objective bit, but now it's just... The second you're on their ship or they're on your ship, it's game. Like it's just game. You know, the second you get onto the ship, I don't know how you could lose when you're on a ship. I don't think it's possible to lose once you're on the ship these days. I think they've made that game mode too easy. The whole point was it was a nice long game mode. It's the longest game mode there is. I actually feel like Galactic Assault's shorter than Capital Supremacy. Longer than Capital Supremacy these days, and Capital Supremacy was supposed to be the long game. That was supposed to be the long game mode. That was the, you know, big war game mode. That was the conquest of Battlefront. You know, Capital Supremacy was to Battlefront what Conquest is to Battlefield, but not anymore. I feel like they've ruined it. Some people might enjoy that more, but I preferred it the original way. I prefer it how it launched. That's just me. I'm not going to shut on the game mode, I still play the game mode. It's probably still my most played game mode. Well, actually at the minute this is, since I installed. But, yeah, for ground game modes, it's probably my most played. Since it came out, because it was like almost always Clone Wars, and Clone Wars is best era. If you think it's anything else, you're wrong. So yeah. Just need to see a hero, dude. I've not seen one other than when I saw Luke or Poe. Then I think the stream's crashed. Is it not the actual stream? I know it's still streaming. It would tell me if it's crashed. Here we are. But yeah, comments weren't coming through and shit. And it's telling me no one's watching. Oh, and I crashed. That's great. Too busy pissing about a stream. But yeah. Don't know. I like them both. I think Capital Supremacy is a bit easy. And that's that. Used to be a nice grind. Do love a good grind. Oh my god, fuck off with all the BLT wings, man. Oh, we lose. We lose now. Game over. I just need to kill a fucking hero. Oh my god.
Loss confirmed. Return to base for salvage processing.
Just need one fucking ship, man. What a joke.
Doesn't take you out, can I? Is that hand sanitizer in your pocket? Or are you just happy to be within 6 feet of me? I saw you from across the bar. Stay there. Hey babe, can I ship you a drink? Since all the public libraries are closed, I'm checking you out instead. You can't spell virus without you and I. Hey babe, you need some toilet paper? Because I can be your Prince Charmin. Without you, my life is as empty as a supermarket shelf.
That was Duke Nukem's COVID-19 pickup lines. That is a absolute gem. Just need one more hero ship kill.
Hardcore masturbating. Hours. Yeah, I'm done now. I can just go upstairs. Go back to doing what I was doing before. Hardcore masturbating. Hey guys, just finished the gym challenge. If you remember and you don't know what the gym challenge is, jump onto our joint page.
I can't wait for Rob Whittaker and fucking Darren Till to finally go at it. My two favourite UFC fighters at middleweight. I mean, Darren Till has always been one of my favourite fighters. He's from Liverpool, which is like just up the road from me. So you always try and support like your local talent. Liverpool Football Club's my football team, so you know I support like all fighters from around Merseyside, and you know helps if they're as funny as Darren is. And Rob Whittaker is probably one of my favourite, if not my favourite MMA fighter at the minute. Love Bobby Knuckles. Shame what happened in the Adesanya fight. He'll come back stronger. Gutted Yoel didn't beat Izzy. I love Izzy, don't get me wrong. Izzy is brilliant and I have nothing but respect for Izzy, but what a bad fight. What a bad fight. I mean, yeah, the Whaley Joanna fight had just spoilt us fucking rotten with like 1,000 strikes thrown every 3 seconds, but I was expecting something fucking more, you know what I'm saying. What, 15 punches thrown in that fight? Oh god damn it, you fucking whore. Just come out of nowhere after just fucking grinding his health away and just take the final kill, you stupid cunt. But yeah. I thought Yoel should have won. Yoel should have just gone at him in like the final round. I wanted in the final minute him to just rush him. I wanted him to fuck him up. Like real bad. But you know, I didn't get that. We didn't get a classic fight. You know, we got a classic fight on that card. But you know, the fight I wanted to be the classic fight. Yeah, I know Wei Li's a brilliant fighter, and I know Joanna is a brilliant fighter, so I was really hyped for the women's fight. Don't get me wrong. I think that fight isn't just the greatest women's fight of all time. I think that is the greatest, one of the, if not, you know, the greatest UFC fights of all time. If you need to get someone into UFC and, you know, they prefer just, you know, striking, show them that fight. That is one of the greatest UFC fights of all time, and I'm really glad I got to witness that. Honestly, had that fight been bad as well, that whole card would have been ruined. You know, again, like I understand, but I don't understand. Like, what in the fuck was Yoel doing? What the fuck was Izzy doing? Two of the most prolific strikers in the UFC, and literally a Olympic medalist wrestler, and they just did fuck all day. 25 minutes of them just looking at each other longingly. Yoel should have been given the title. I think I don't know. That's all I can say about that fight. I don't know. I was Team Yoel, but I am also Team Izzy, so don't get it twisted. I love Stylebender. He's an otaku, you know. He's a Kiwi. Gotta love the Kiwis. The treachery of the resistance knows no bounds. You know, he's making waves in the middleweight division. But I think winner of Till Whittaker fights Adesanya for the belt. In Till Whittaker, who do I want to win? You know, again, it's like Yoel versus Adesanya. I couldn't choose. I couldn't, even if I wanted to, and I want to. Just, it's one of those. It's, I don't know. No idea. I want Whittaker to beat Izzy to get revenge on Izzy and win, but that would set up a trilogy, meaning Rob and Izzy have to fight again, and I wouldn't know who'd win a third time. I really want Rob to win the second time. I thought Rob should have won the first time. I don't know what he was doing. He came out so aggressive. It was really, it was a heartbreaking fight to watch. And then, you know, I want fucking Izzy to fight Yoel again. So does the winner of Till Whittaker fight Romero, or does Romero fight Whittaker and Till does another fight before he fights the winner of Yoel Whittaker? Does, you know, because Till isn't, you know, he's only had one fight at middleweight and it was against Gastelum, who is obviously a contender. Does Till fight Romero? Well, Whittaker fights, you know, another top contender?
Destroy those generators. They
or does Whittaker, you know, just go for a title fight? You know, we also have, you know, Ferguson Khabib. That's up in the air. Is that going to happen? That could be the greatest fight of all time. That could be, I want Ferguson to win that one. Absolutely want Ferguson to win that one, but I don't want Khabib to lose his unbeaten streak. But I do, because I don't like unbeaten fighters. I'm a very weird fight fan, by the way, guys. One of the things I hate the most is an unbeaten fighter, because no man is unbeatable, you know. So Floyd Mayweather pisses me off, but I don't mind it if there's only one unbeaten fighter in a division. You know, it's not as maddening then. You know, Khabib has proven time and time again why he is the best in this division. He can dominate anyone. Period. There isn't a fighter that's a challenge to him. He is the greatest. in the lightweight division at the minute. But he's got to get through Ferguson, and Ferguson is one of my favourite strikers. He's one of my favourite grapplers. One of my favourite wrestlers. He's such a complete fighter, and it's very rare you get a fighter as complete as Ferguson.
That bunker buster's running on empty. Do what you
Like,
can to keep it in the fight.
You know, and Khabib is just such a good wrestler, such a good striker, such a good grappler. It's quite literally a mix-up of two people who are amazing at all three components of MMA. And it just, you know, and now it's up in the air. We might not get it. I'd be very sad if we don't get it. I've been looking forward to that fight for so long. It's just a fight even my little brothers have been looking forward to. And they like MMA, but they like, you know, the big slobber knockers. They like, you know, the fucking knockouts and shit, you know. They don't appreciate the technical side of MMA yet. I'm trying to, you know, teach them about it when we watch some fights. Like, they weren't interested in a couple of the fights on the cards. I can't remember his name. I feel really bad. I made sure to, you know, I'll remember the fighter's name for Battlefront. I'll Google it in a second. I'm awful with fighters' names. No, I almost forgot Gaston's name, and he's like one of the most prolific in his division. But yeah, dude, MMA is in such a good spot right now, and this is without Conor. I know everyone's always like, oh, well, we want Conor to come back. Conor's good at talking, and he's good at knocking people out in the first round. But he gasses out every fight. He really needs to work on his gas tank, and I really want him to work on his gas tank. We didn't get to see if he's improved his gas tank in the Cerrone fight, because it lasted 40 seconds, and like 3 strikes were thrown. Like, you know, yeah, Conor looked great. He had a convincing win over Cerrone. A very convincing win over Cerrone. You know, he knocked out a legend of the game then and there. But you know, I wanted Cerrone to really challenge him. Wanted Cerrone to take him a couple of rounds, you know, see if Conor's got the gas tank, but it didn't happen. He got caught with a head kick, which, oh my god, now someone else is going to destroy that. But you know, Cerrone's known for head kicks. You know, he owns like every single record ever in the UFC, and when he retires, absolutely, he goes into the UFC Hall of Fame.
Almost there. Keep knocking out those
Here comes the platinum, boys. There it is. Platinum trophy, ladies and gentlemen.
That's it for me.
There it is.
Our numbers are thin. Finish this soon, or we'll have
Oh.
to retreat.
There it is.
We're not too late.
I don't know if you saw those 2 pings, but that feels good, guys. That feels so good. And I came top of the team, and I came top of the game. No better way to end it, is there? Top of the leaderboard, got my platinum trophy. You can't ask for more. You can't ask for more. You can. I'm not going to give it you. That to me, been streaming for an hour and a half. Didn't play anything but a fighter that game. Got hero left, hero right of me. I did it. I did it. That feels good. Feels really good. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to call it there. Came first and got my platinum. I could. Yeah. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy right now. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens with Khabib Ferguson. Do they do it behind closed doors? But if they do it behind closed doors, you won't really have the crowd atmosphere. It's a crowd sport. So we'll wait and see. We'll find out hopefully soon. So obviously right now everything's kind of up in air, and you know, everyone's a bit, you know, like, well, what's going on, and no one knows the answer. So hopefully at some point we'll find out. But I absolutely appreciate you deciding to spend an hour or so with me tonight. It's been a pleasure. I've enjoyed hosting you. I'm going to try and get back into streaming while we're all in isolation, give you something to watch. You've just watched one of the greatest achievements I've done on PlayStation. You know, didn't realise my audio was on chat. Hope it's not been on the entire time, but you've just watched an achievement. I've been working at that trophy. Isn't actually working at that trophy for probably 6 months. But on and off, because I've had to uninstall the game, reinstall the game. I don't really play this game on my own. The only reason this game is installed on my PlayStation is because it's so fun to play with mates. It is so fun to play on your own, as you've witnessed tonight. I've had an absolute blast. But yeah, hope everything works out with UFC. Hope everyone's staying safe. And please, if you have stayed this far, do us a favour, stay inside. Don't go outside. You know, apart from for the essentials. If it's not a necessity, then it's not necessary. Okay, so please stay safe. Don't contract COVID-19. Make sure to be washing your hands every half hour, every hour, 20 seconds with soap. And hope your family stay safe. Have a blessed time. Get a good night's sleep. Well rested. Remember, the clocks go forward in a minute. It's about to jump to 2 AM, so we'll stay on until the clocks jump forward. Instead of going 1 AM, it's going to jump straight to 2 AM. The clocks go forward in the UK. If you're not British, then the clocks go forward in the UK. They go forward an hour to give us an extra hour of daylight, which we don't get because we're locked inside. So everyone that's been getting up at 11 recently is going to be getting up at 12. There we are. It is 2 AM now, ladies and gentlemen. We finished the stream at what should be 1 AM. It is now 2 AM. So I hope everyone has a blessed day tomorrow. I'll try and stream tomorrow. I hope everyone has a good day. I hope everyone, you know, stay safe. Hope your family stays safe. So, I've been Liam. I've been your host. And again, it's been an absolute pleasure hosting you. And I'll see you all later. Have a good night.